So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just
incomplete.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Back to pass, it's Black. Quickly out to the tight end. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Second down coming up. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Good jet sweep pass. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Looking to throw it again. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the ball is picked off. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking to pass on second down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And he hauls it in at the 30. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They dialed up the perfect call. Splendid execution. Now they've got it. Threatening 1st and 10 from the 27. On the run, it's Owens.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got enough space.
And the defense defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas A&M 21, Texas 0.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They turn to the passing game on third and short. It's complete. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Off the play fake on first down. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. Now, listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Quarterback sneaks ahead. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
Well, second and goal that time, and instead of turning around and giving it to Mr. Dependable, you just let your quarterback do it himself. Up front, everybody's got to get low. It's low man wins. They're able to get a surge, and the quarterback plows in for the touchdown.
Keeping it on the ground on third and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paul.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Texas. Texas.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, trying to give some other dudes some chances here.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you've got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. To the air, it's Lagway. Shoots it to the left. What a snag by the defense. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. Second interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field. Texas
A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. If I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got his man. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Campbell. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And, man, this QB has delivered all year long. All the hype coming in as a freshman. Like, will he get on the field? Not only does he get on the field, now we're talking late in the season about being a true freshman quarterback, possibly winning a Heisman. You talk about a guy that has handled every...
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Number 37, set to kick it off. Texas.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Sending the offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
The offense set for a first down play. To the air, it's Lagway. Throws for the tight end. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Trying to take it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Touchdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Lets it fly. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. They'll go to the air. He'll take another shot here. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
And they'll take over first and 10.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football. All kinds of running room. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Aggies.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start this drive with a pass. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep plays.
They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard, and now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Pocket starts to collapse. Got a man. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. Dropping back, it's Lagway. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. The 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Aggie! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're in defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Texas State has the lead right now. San Marcos has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 10 over Marshall. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Comes out throwing on first down. He lets it fly. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover 2 look, so there's 2 safeties playing deep. But the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him, keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the pick.
Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down if I get...
And he's running in the open. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Aggies. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
Texas.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Well, they picked up that first running the football. That's good news for an offensive line that really has been getting pushed around and bullied in this game so far. Let's see what happens moving forward.
Off play action on first down. Quick strike complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just...
Looking for a deep man. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Texas.
Man, what a great way to end the first half. It wasn't a perfect first half. A lot of mistakes, still trailing by a lot. But here's the deal. Now you put yourself in a position, go make some things happen. Force some turnovers, play good in the second half. Who knows what will happen.
That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Texas 7.
The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Set to kick this one away. Texas.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Back to throw. It's Lagway. Right down the middle. And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage like that. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that, got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. what else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
Hey, it's important on offense in the passing game. You got to have balance, and I mean you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You got to work the perimeter to both sides, but you got to let the defense know too that you're not afraid to go over the middle, and they did right there.
To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. And here comes the offense on second down. The give to the back. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Zings it complete to the right.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on that time, made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Got him downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
It's so hard for these DBs to try to match up with this guy one-on-one in the back end. He's just too big, and he's just able to run the corner out-muscle everybody for the football, and haul in the catch.
They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The toss to the right. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They're trying to get to it. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying.
And he makes the catch inside the 25. The Aggies are moving quickly down the field. The corners are walked up tight. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball fell.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the beatdown has ensued.
Texas A&M.
The Aggies in position to say goodbye to Texas University. So long to the orange and the white as they build the lead.
It's been Gig'em here. They're pulling away, just making more plays, and it seems like at the opportune moment, they're the team that's stepping up.
And they're loving this. The A&M fan base, that is, just loving giving it to their rival Texas. If they can finish this one off, these people will go insane.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Texas.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Texas offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To throw, it's Lagway. He rifles one deep down the right side. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Now he's going to break the pocket. Oh, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because he cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense.
He's looking deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. 2nd and 10 here. They'll try the outside to the left. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Motion from the offense. Off the play fake. He lets one fly deep. And the pass is intercepted.
Third down pass. Intercepted by Texas A&M. And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw on this run.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Touchdown, Aggies. And the pummeling has started.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go.
Texas 7. Texas.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a seat.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
Back to throw, it's Lagway. Pressure coming. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. He leaves it with the back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
Looking to throw on second down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll have to get it to the 37 on third down. They'll try the run. Using the spin move. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep.
Throws toward the end zone. That one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. You have a big lead in the fourth quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, and saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on the recruiting trail and in the future, and, you know, kind of take that and a little rub their nose in it.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Wide receiver shows motion. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Texas A&M 80, Texas Texas 7.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too going downfield for the big play. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And the point after is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Utah is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive.
And the Texas A&M offense will take over 1st and 10.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
And now on second down for this offense. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
First down. Caught by the tight end. Gain of 21 on the play. That's a first down for the offense.
A&M comes back out with another first down. And they'll take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals.